Hi guys, this is Diane Hogarth here, live from Birmingham, England, and I've got a special guest for you today, Dan, the affiliate man. Let me introduce to you Dan Ashendorf. He's a mega super duper online affiliate marketer who actually invents his own products, which we'll talk about later. But I would like to ask you, Dan, if somebody's just a beginner at home, what advice, what daily things could they be doing to help them get sales?
Diane, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me onto the call. Really, it's amazing that you've sort of gone ahead and sort of sorted all the meeting and everything. It looks amazing. And in terms of the in terms of the question, the one thing I would tell people to do is to grow their list. And that was a mistake that I've done for many years. I was trying to find shortcuts. I was trying to arbitrage, get cheap traffic, and make more per click than I was on the, I was trying to make more money on the actual offers than I was on the cost of the traffic, which is a pretty crude form of arbitrage, but these sort of things just don't work. So the one thing I'd recommend for you guys to do is to build your list.
So how do they build their list?
Okay, so I've got three things to discuss with you today, three options. The first one is to have your own products, to launch your own products. The second thing is to be coming up with little kind of value pods, as it were, on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and just get people to opt in. So people love that sort of thing. They love to see value and they opt in and they want to see more. So that's a really good way to build your list. And the third thing I'd say is to have a look at some of the apps on the marketplace. You've mentioned Guerrilla. There's others, there's Shuffler, there's a few others. You've mentioned Entice as well, which is really, really good for list building. So have a look at some of the apps that basically work through contests and quizzes and polls and sharing, and they go viral. There's a whole bunch of really clever stuff out there that will help you build your list.
Didn't you do, what was it called, Hypnotic?
Hypnotic is one of mine as well. That was with
Tell
Al.
us
Yes.
about that one, because I tested that one out. Tell us about that one, Dan.
Yeah, so that one, you're basically incentivized to share content. So you win a prize if you share it enough times. So you could be sharing it, say, 10 times, and you incentivize people to be inputting their contact details as well as their social media details. And what you do is you just grow your list and following on autopilot. So that's a really powerful little app as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because normally people are just spend hours and hours on Facebook. What have you got to say to these people who spend hours and hours on Facebook and still don't make any sales?
People I think they try to go too high too fast rather than just having a PM conversation with their peers, like what I've seen you do, Diane, which is to basically build relationships with people one by one. Just throw them a PM, have a chat to them, offer value, put together a couple of bonuses, explain about the product, do a nice little review, and then you'll sell it. So say you make $20 on the front end, and then you make another 30 on the OTO, and then another 40 on the second OTO. So you've got about $100 there.
Excuse me, you're talking OTO. Can you just explain to the viewers what an OTO is, please?
Yeah, so an OTO is an upsell. So these offers are based on
talking English.
That's okay. So I mean, I've seen you do it, Diane. So basically you sort of form these relationships. You're just friendly with people, and you reach out to them and you say, look, I've got this product, I've got really good bonuses, it really works, here's my results, or not, but I've definitely tested it, I think it's pretty cool, and would you like to buy from me? Just kind of like old-fashioned business development, rather than trying to go and spamming hundreds of groups, getting nothing in return, getting all these kind of whiz-bang apps that basically spam en masse. You get your account suspended, you're not going to get any traction. Whereas if you just go one by one with people in friendly groups, then you are going to get some traction. So that's what I'd recommend if you were to go down the social media route. that's a
That's
really
a
good way to
really
be
good
selling
one. I
products.
like this idea of bonuses.
Yeah, absolutely. So bonuses is kind of pretty much what makes the industry tick. So because you've got the situation where it's a little bit commoditized. So when you've got these large launches, everyone's pretty much offering the same thing. So how do we differentiate ourselves? And bonuses is probably the best way to be adding value, just to differentiate yourself from the other guy. So yeah, really good thing to do.
So you wanted me to mention Tube Guerrilla. So can you tell us a bit more about Tube Guerrilla, please?
Yes, Tube Guerrilla is an app that we launched about a month ago, and what it does two things basically. It builds links inside the videos themselves, so that's really powerful for SEO, and that pushes up the ranking of the videos. So if you're trying to rank for any sort of keyword like, green tea or dog jewelry or anything like this, or the latest launch or anything like that, then you'll stand a pretty good chance of ranking with Tube Guerrilla. So that's the first thing that it does. The other thing is it's got an inbuilt list builder. And the way that it does that is it allows you to auto comment and post. Sounds a little bit.
This sounds awesome. This sounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you just need to be careful, like I was saying before, that you don't spam. So you don't want to be spamming people, but what you want to be doing is adding value. So say you're trying to sell dog jewelry. So what you do is the software will identify dog jewelry channels, and then you'd instruct it to make specific comments. So like it'd be something along the lines of, it's always going to be value, right? So online, you don't want to be selling. You always need to be thinking about, how do I enhance what the other person's trying to do? So let's say you get into this sort of auto comment situation on someone's channel, dog jewelry channel, just for example's sake. So what you do is you say, hey, look, I've got this really good idea, or say dog training, right? So did you know that if you do X, Y, Z, the dog's going to be house trained, right? So here's a little tip for you. Just do X, Y, Z, just whatever it is, just let it smell tree bark or whatever, and he's going to be house trained. And that's what you do. So you offer value, and then people think, oh, hey, she knows what she's talking about. And then gradually, once you've done that, so remember the software does that for you. So you don't have to manually go out and, sort of type away hundreds of comments. So they're going to think, hey, Diane's pretty cool. She knows what she's talking about. So let's have a look at her channel. But then the next phase is to go a bit further and say, hey, do you remember that thing I was telling you about, the dog training? Here's a manual, right? Here's a little manual for you. Here's a little ebook for you. And they look at the ebook and they think, hey, that's pretty cool. And then you say to them, well, where do I send it? Where would you like to receive the ebook? So they put their email address, and the software capture that email address, and it sends them out the ebook, right?
Wow.
So yeah, so that's how you build your list with that part of the software. So it does two things: it ranks and it builds the list for you in specific niches.
That sounds pretty amazing. So what about Entice? Cool. Can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, so Entice is using human curiosity, psychology. So it's all about polls and quizzes and contests, and it's got ready-made contests. For example, you'd come out with, it's got 400 ready-made ones, so you can just do your own. So you'd have things like,
so this what's is your for favorite list building, yeah?
Yes. So it'd have something like along the lines of, what's your favorite color? So orange. You'll have, right, okay. So then you'll come up with another question. So what's your favorite food? And then you'd answer in that. And then what's your favorite, where you're from or whatever. So you'd come up with a sequence, and then it would send you the results of basically what it means, like what your answers say about you. Or you could have something about the horoscope. Right. So we've got a whole bunch of ready-made ones. And in order to get the results, you need to be inputting your email address, and it sends it out to you. So that's what Entice does. So it's really cool.
I I love those little polls I do. I can do them forever.
Yeah. So they've gained prominence with BuzzFeed
BuzzFeed,
and
yeah.
all them ones. So what we've done is we've taken that idea. So BuzzFeed can be very expensive if you go for the paid options. So our one was going to be just a one-time fee. You get these 400 ready-made ones, and it's a really, really clever system. We're getting some amazing results with it.
And last but not least, Limitless. Can you tell us a bit more about this Amazon tuition and software that you've invented, please?
Yeah, so as well as the list building and the affiliate marketing, I've been an Amazon seller now for many years, and we're doing about $1,000 a day with
so
that.
How long does it take to set all this up, though? Because everybody says you can do it in 2 minutes, but you can't really, because it takes you 3 hours to learn how to do it.
Yeah, so one thing that we teach how to do is a very, very fast shortcut, which is hijacking other people's listings. So what matters with Amazon is what sort of feedback you have, what sort of market reputation you have. But we show people how to hijack other listings that have already got an existing reputation and traffic. So you don't have to wait for years in order to get lots of feedback and the stars that they have and all that sort of thing. So you don't have to wait for many years to get that. So you can actually hijack it pretty quickly and start earning, reasonably quickly, to be honest. I mean,
so do you have to buy traffic for this Amazon thing, or how do you market it then?
Well, this is it. So if you jump on, this is just one of many things that we teach. But if we look at that specific tip, so with that one, these listings are going to be getting massive traffic already. So you don't have to buy traffic, because Amazon's got loads of traffic. The conversions are very, very high with Amazon. It's over 50%, because people go there to buy. Yeah, so people go there to buy. They don't go there to. I mean, some people, especially around Christmas, they're just going to browse or whatever. If they've got a gift to buy, they're just going to go and browse. But most people, they know exactly what they want. They know the keyword. They just go in, they find the listing, it looks good, and they just hit the purchase button. So that's why Amazon's really cool, because you don't have to buy traffic, and conversions are very, very high. So there's two things with Amazon. The first one is if you want to be a seller yourself, which means you get the listings. The other way is to be an associate, which is like an affiliate,
yeah,
where all you do is just drive traffic to other people's listings. So there's really two ways to, kind of handle it. Affiliate is less commissions, but you don't have to worry about inventories and all that sort of thing. You don't have to worry about customer care and all that sort of stuff. But with being a seller, you can start very, very low. You might want to hold a bit of inventory. You don't have to. But what we did is we've started with like really, really cheap things like guitar picks, like little guitar picks. We got like 10,000 of them for like $50. And we started selling, so you can really, so if you look at some of the fees that people pay on coaching or whatever, thousands and thousands, you can actually have a really profitable Amazon store with a fraction of the cost that people spend on affiliate marketing.
Like drop shipping then, with the Chinese websites that take 6 weeks to come over from there.
I wouldn't actually recommend to do that with Amazon, because if you get bad feedback, if it doesn't arrive at the correct destination, if it's broken or whatever, you are going to get penalized, and it can actually get rid of you. So I'd recommend that if you wanted to do that, just get the stuff to your house, or alternatively, just send traffic to someone else's listing. It can be very, very profitable, especially if you go for the high ticket stuff. You can sell chandeliers, literally, really big ticket stuff. You get between 5 and 10%. So it's not a massive percentage, but the tickets are really, really big. So you can make very good money from it.
So I will be doing reviews on Tube, Guerrilla, Entice and Limitless over the next few days. And the lovely Dan has given me so many bonuses that you won't believe it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for this brilliant chat, because I'm sure that people have got so much value from you taking the time to talk to me, Dan.
Thank you so much, Dan. Take care. Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.